Maddy, thank you for coming.
Yeah, my pleasure.
How has your day been so far?
Oh, good day. I had my last lessons with 5th and 6th grade this morning.
Okay.
They switched to a new art next week, so we have rotations in all of the arts, which is really nice. We get to see all of the in one grade, but it's a sad day because, you know, they love drama and the games and the activities and performing, most of them. So it was a loud, energetic bunch and a sad day, but really fun. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And you work as a drama teacher here for middle school and senior school, right?
Yes. So when I first started here, I was 5th through 9th grade. And then I moved up to 10th as well. It filled my schedule. And now I'm just middle school, which is fine because I love middle schoolers and they're kind of my wheelhouse. But I do miss the relationships that you can create with senior schoolers. They're a bit, higher level thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you just returned from maternity leave, is that correct?
I did, yes. So I just returned. My daughter turned 1 in October.
Congratulations.
Thank you. She's at Lakita now, and I have been back now for a few months. I'm very happy to be back in routine, talking to more adults. Having my own life and identity again. But of course things have changed, priorities shift. But I feel very welcomed back. I'm very happy to be here.
Great. Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself, your family?
Sure. So my mom worked for the government growing up, and my dad is a photographer. So we traveled a lot for my mom's job, and my dad could kind of work from anywhere. We moved to England when I was 9, and then we moved to Munich when I was 14.
So we could do this interview also in German?
Ja, aber ich war ein Student bei Munich International School.
Then you must be bilingual.
So I did do my lessons in English.
Okay.
But my mother and grandmother are actually fluent in German.
Okay.
My grandmother was lived here for a long time as my mom. So we moved here when I was 14. I went to MIS until I graduated in 2012. I moved back to America. Went to college, studied theater and biology, got my master's in arts, specifically in theater education, and then taught 1 year in South Carolina, and a job came open here. My old teacher and mentor, Jo Riley, I sent her a little message as well, and she put in a good word for me, and I was lucky to have a great interview and get the job. So I've been here ever since 2019.
What was your motivation coming back to MIS?
Just MIS, really. I mean, I could say it was the Alps or, the fresh air, the healthcare, or just the safety. Those are all great reasons as well, but a lot of it was that MIS felt like my home, and I really wanted to return to it. I kind of just had these I don't know, this amazing view of MIS as just like this perfect place. And of course, when you start working somewhere, you realize all the inner workings, are not just like this beautiful show. But I think I've learned to have a greater appreciation even for my teachers now than I ever did.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Growing a family here in Bavaria, do you think it's challenging? Do you think it's rewarding, or maybe both?
Yes, both. I think raising a family is challenging in any sense of the word. But we chose specifically to start a family here away from our extended family because of the safety, because of the healthcare, the fact that you have a midwife who comes to you and is covered by healthcare. I mean, that's just something completely unheard of in America. I can't even imagine how much that would cost. And even the hospital stay and the whole pregnancy, everything was just reimbursed. And everything just felt very relaxed and like we weren't just one injury or issue away from bankruptcy or, it's
good to hear.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so far it's been wonderful. It seems people in public do appreciate babies as well. We get told by lots of omas to put her hat and socks on in public, of course, because it's cold.
Yes.
But it's out of love, of course. So, but yeah, we've really loved our life here with our baby so far.
What do you think is challenging about having a baby here in Bavaria?
Definitely the language barrier, especially for my husband who only speaks around an A2 level of German. Just navigating some of the appointments. Of course, most doctors speak a little bit of English, but just navigating the issues that come up with our daughter's health, or even just kind of getting around, going into the city and doing things sometimes is difficult. But I will say the accessibility, while it hasn't been ideal, it's still great that we can hop on the train and head into Munich with our stroller and have a spot on the train for that. The elevators sometimes don't work, but that's fine.
Yeah.
We work it out. And I will say one of the biggest challenges was all of the paperwork for having a child here, the Elternzeit.
So before the child was born?
Yeah,
okay.
And after, of course. So like the birth certificate, the Elternzeit, getting her American citizenship, getting her German blue card, or Aufenthaltstitel under us. Elterngeld, Kindergeld, which is amazing that we get money.
Yes, yeah.
And that I got a year off with her, but it was a lot of German paperwork.
But I think you managed it very well.
Yes, we did it.
Good.
Yeah.
Is there any recommendation you would give to also couples who come to Germany, come to Bavaria, who want to grow a family here? What kind of recommendation would you give them?
Sure. I would firstly recommend to live a bit outside of the city. I think it's really nice to live more in nature. We live in Gauting, which is just 25 minutes from the center of the city on the S-Bahn. But I feel it's much more family oriented, and we can take walks, and of course you can take walks in the city, but just to be around a bit more greenery, and there's just a more sense of calm and peace outside of the city. But that's just my opinion. I think everywhere is safe and good for children. I would also say that MIS has been so understanding with us having our daughter. There was never a second glance or any hard feelings when we announced our pregnancy. They were incredibly supportive here, and you were incredibly supportive, your department.
Thank you.
And then upon returning, there have been, of course, several instances where my daughter's been sick already, and just being able to leave, and we have these child sick days that we can take.
True, yeah.
I could not imagine a better situation, honestly. I can't imagine doing this in America, that's for sure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's great to hear that from someone, because for us it's kind of natural, because this is what we are gladly open to give.
Yeah.
But it's good that it's being appreciated.
Yeah. It's more than we can ask for, definitely.
Perfect. Thank you. We also heard that you were creating a Great Munich City Guide.
Oh.
So what is all about that? Are you giving recommendations to foreigners what they can do in Munich, or? No.
So I haven't, it's not really public.
Okay, not yet.
No, not yet. For Secret Santa, which we do every year, in the middle school, we get assigned a fellow faculty member. I got Natalie Millet, who is our middle school principal, her first year here, and I was her Secret Santa. And so I created her a guide to Munich, based more from the starting point of Steinberg, because I knew she lived in this area.
Yes.
So clams to visit, so the gorges that you can visit, lakes in the area, what to do in Munich, places to eat, Viktualienmarkt, and the classic places. Starnberg kind of guide. And I gave that to her as her first gift. And so this year, when people were asking for recommendations on what to do, I just sent the PDF of it and said, these are some ideas that I made for a Secret Santa a while ago.
Well, but that sounds lovely. I mean, you could also give that to other people who are maybe new to MIS.
Yes, I sent it to all the newbies. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So you are an editor and an author.
Sure. I love creating and using programs like Canva to make things pretty.
Okay.
I'd say. Yeah.
Sounds very good.
Thank you.
Great idea.
Yeah.
We have some questions left, Maddy. Your favorite Bavarian food, what would you say?
Oh, schnitzel.
Schnitzel?
Yeah, 100%. The Münchener Schnitzel with the horseradish in the crust.
Yes.
I will say we've been vegetarian for 7 months now, and it's the only thing I really think about on a...
So you are not bending the rules?
No, I bend the rules for the right restaurant. Yeah.
Is there anything you don't like about Bavarian food?
I'm not a huge fan of the big pork knuckle.
Yes.
I find it's too much to navigate. I'd like to just have my stuff ready to eat. No. Yeah, it's just a lot for me.
It looks a little bit unstructured, right?
Yeah, it's just not the most beautiful food. Yeah, but otherwise, no complaints.
Is there a favorite holiday space or a festival in Bavaria?
Oh, yes. Yes. So our favorite festival we've been to is the Kaiserschmarrn Festival.
I haven't even heard about that.
I think it's technically in Austria. It's in Elmau.
Yes.
Beautiful, scenic town in a valley. And every year, at the end of May, beginning of June, they have a Kaiserschmarrn Festival where every restaurant in the town creates their own Kaiserschmarrn. Ooh. It can be savory, sweet, and they have stands throughout the town. And you pay €3 or €4, and you get a small cup of their Kaiserschmarrn. Oh. And so you can taste all of them.
You have to tell me about that in more details. Oh
fantastic.
My God.
Yeah.
I love Kaiserschmarrn.
Yeah.
With apple compote, or you eat it?
Oh yeah, everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I think this would, it's a lovely thing to do.
Yeah.
So we have 4 seasons in Bavaria. Which one is your favorite?
Ooh. Fall.
Fall?
Yeah.
Because?
Because the leaves are beautiful, and I would say Oktoberfest has nothing to do with it, because I'm not a big fan. I don't really care too much for it. But all of the fests, I love just anyone wearing tracht to their local, like Dorffest, and I know those are also in the spring, but there's something magical about the fall. Like the winter is coming, but not quite yet, and you kind of just wear a light jacket, and the city is bustling with a different energy. Yeah.
What is your activity you do during summer?
Well, my activity last year was just parenting a baby, but going out in the garden a lot.
Okay.
We don't typically travel home during the summer, as others do. So we try to stay cool in other ways because of, no air conditioning. I'm trying to think of, we love cycling around. There's so many accessible paths. And just exploring parks and also gorges, lakes, what nature has to offer, not going too far usually. Yeah.
And in winter time?
In winter, unfortunately, my husband does not ski. And I haven't skied in a while. So we like to cozy up and, watch films, drink tea, go out in the snow, of course, and sled when we can.
Yes.
But otherwise, I love the snow. I just love looking at it. I think it creates a beautiful calm, and I just like soaking that in.
Gives you a lot of energy back, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Good.
Eating schnitzel, of course, in the winter.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is there any strange thing you have noticed while living in Bavaria?
Oh, there's lots of strange things, I think. Just little quirks about Bavaria. The Woppeltinger is something that really has struck a chord with me. The combination of all of those animals together is quite terrifying. And I just love that it shows up around Bavaria in different places on, like the cartoon version of it, or some people have like a taxidermied real. It's quite terrifying, so I found that strange.
So what do you think it is?
It's a Woppeltinger. There's nothing else to say. I mean, it's its own thing. It's a beast.
Have you ever seen one?
In the wild, all over, every night. Yeah.
Lovely. Is there anything on your bucket list you think I need to do that in Bavaria? Either go, visit, explore.
I don't think so. I would like to travel to the Allgäu just because I haven't been there in a while. But I think we've explored a lot of Bavaria because of COVID, because we were stuck in Bavaria for a long time.
Yes.
So I think we saw more of it than we thought we would by now.
Yes.
But yeah, nothing specific. No.
Is there a favorite place where you like going back?
Berchtesgaden.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Berchtesgaden, the Königssee, and all of the clams in Berchtesgaden.
Isn't that beautiful?
I mean,
yes.
I've been there 6 times now, I think.
Yes.
And it's the first place I tell people to go. Yeah, I just love it. It's magical.
It is.
Yeah.
I've also been there.
Yeah.
No, thank you very much, Maddy. It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you.